Today, we're stepping right onto the pitch carpet for a high-stakes masterclass in surviving Shark Tank's toughest investment questions, and honestly, some of the most brutal venture capital interrogations out there. If you've ever wondered how founders actually defend their ideas against the absolute sharpest minds in VC, well, you're in the right place. We're going to deconstruct the pitch playbook for a really fascinating AI startup called LaunchFuse. We'll look at the exact frameworks, the financial defenses, and literally the precise words they use to survive the absolute toughest questions investors can throw at them.
First question right out of the gate. What exactly is LaunchFuse? Here's the pitch. LaunchFuse is an AI-native website growth platform, but, it's not just another simple website builder. It actually builds an entire network of smart, structured sites surrounding a business. We're talking services, locations, customer questions, the whole shebang. It creates an entire AI-ready ecosystem designed specifically to capture discovery from Google and AI search engines.
Next up, the inevitable technical grilling. What's under the hood? Is this thing actually robust?
Well, the platform runs on some seriously heavy engineering. We're looking at Next.js 16 and React 19. It uses Neon Postgres and Drizzle ORM for the database, Vercel AI SDK running alongside OpenAI models, plus Redis and QStash. So why this specific stack? Because it ensures these sites are lightning fast, highly indexable, and perfectly primed for AI agents to crawl them.
Then comes the classic Y Combinator style question. Are you just another website builder? Like, what's stopping massive incumbents like Wix or GoDaddy from just copying this tomorrow?
The answer comes down to DNA. Legacy builders have entirely different DNA. Platforms like Wix or Webflow, they're focused on single-site creation. They just build a storefront page. LaunchFuse, on the other hand, is built from the ground up for expanding market coverage. It's a multi-site growth ecosystem baked right in, with service logic, location logic, and a full domain strategy.
Moving on to the classic Shark Tank inquiry. What is the specific pain? Who is actually paying for this? And why now?
The response here is blunt. Local businesses are becoming invisible in a world shifting to AI search. The traditional one-site models, they're failing them right now. As search evolves, if a business only relies on one single static page, they are absolutely getting left behind.
Okay, snap to the numbers. What is the total addressable market?
So there are 36.2 million total U.S. small businesses out there. But the real serviceable market, the businesses who actually have the budget and actively spend on growth, that's roughly 5.58 million employer firms.
Investors always want the math. What are the revenue projections at scale? Show us exactly how this makes money.
It's based on a $119 a month growth plan. If they capture just 0.1% of that employer market, which is about 5,500 customers, that generates $8 million in annual recurring revenue. And if they hit just a 1% market capture, that scales into a massive $80 million ARR machine. The software margins here are incredibly scalable.
But here comes a major objection. This sounds an awful lot like a service agency. How is it actually scaled?
The secret sauce is the moat. It feels like a white glove service to the customer, but the back end is entirely productized. Step 1 is that white glove intake, but steps 2, 3, and 4, that is pure software. You've got AI generation pipelines building the content, automated approval flows letting the owner easily sign off, and then publishing infrastructure pushing it live. It scales exactly like software because all the heavy lifting is completely automated.
Then, the toughest, most dismissive objection you can get. I don't get it. This just sounds like normal websites to me.
Here is the exact scripted comeback. A normal website is just one single storefront. LaunchFuse builds the roads, the signs, and the satellite locations that actually bring customers back to that store. They help local businesses claim more digital territory. The pitch isn't about selling websites, it's about capturing the market.
Next, we need to know the target. What is your wedge? Who exactly is the perfect first customer to get that early traction?
The ideal wedge? Multi-service, local businesses that are highly service area focused. We're talking about companies that desperately need coverage broken down by town or county. Perfect examples would be landscapers or contractors who operate across multiple jurisdictions and literally need to be found in all of them.
Transitioning to the high-pressure closing questions. What is the single most important thing you have to prove next?
The answer is crystal clear: repeatable paid acquisition. This is the exact mathematical milestone required to unlock that next stage of valuation.
And the ultimate vulnerability question: what would make this fail?
The risks are outlined confidently, primarily failing to prove retention and getting bogged down by high customer support time, which would completely ruin their margins. But the mitigations are already built in. Deep automation and simple approval flows keep that support time low, while an incredibly tight niche focus ensures they solve one very specific problem perfectly, which keeps retention high.
Finally, any closing thoughts?
Here is the powerful mental model to close it out. LaunchFuse is the growth layer after the website. So the question to leave you with today is this. In an era of AI search, is your business just a single storefront, or are you actively claiming your digital territory? Thanks for jumping into this explainer with us today.